So I'm playing 2K last night on my 7-footer build when my Suns had to take on the Warriors, which quickly reminded me that Golden State, though talented and intriguingly built with Chris Paul likely backing up Steph, are incredibly small. I love Dario, and I even made a video about how smart the Warriors were for bringing him in. I completely stand by it, by the way. His shooting and passing IQ are going to fit like a glove in Golden State. But I know firsthand that you don't necessarily want to have him as a starting center. Power forward, sure, but 2K had him starting over Looney for some reason. And so I'm calling for post-ups, all game, backdoor cuts were wide open because he's not that fast. And look, it's my career, so I'm not bragging, but let's just say I ate. A lot easier than I have against any other team's centers. He was just too small and too slow to keep up. Even with Kevin Looney, who plays like a big, still small. He's only 6'9". I'm sure some of you will say 6'10". And I know that 7-footers aren't what they used to be in today's NBA, but still, it's a weakness that come playoff time could get exploited. That's why I absolutely love for the Warriors that they are reportedly taking a look at and considering signing Dwight Howard. And I'm very interested to know what you think regardless of what team you're a fan of. So hit that like button for me and tell me in the comments, does Dwight Howard, the Warriors, move the needle for you? Now, Dwight hasn't played in the NBA since 2020, and he played a valuable role for the Lakers' bubble championship. If I recall correctly, they offered him a small contract to return. He asked if he could have some time to think about it, and they didn't even give him more than a few hours before they rescinded the offer, like they were offended or something. Since then, he's been playing in Taiwan on a terrible Leopards team that's decided to start paying their players by how often they're available. Probably because he missed a third of their season and they didn't want to keep paying him what they were. Instead, they offered him a 65% reduced contract, which he is not happy with. But I'm sure you've seen his highlights in Taiwan, where he's looked like a monster that he should against that level of competition. His first game was a statistical masterpiece. 38 points, 25 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 9 assists. And over the rest of the season, he averaged 23, 16, and 5. Weirdly enough, he even developed a jumper, if you can call it that, because it is hideous. But seriously, he was in the three-point contest over there, and in games he shot middies, fades, you name it, and he was making them. Something he never did in the NBA. Though I seriously doubt he would continue to do that if he comes back to the NBA. The Warriors don't need him for anything other than what he does best: rebounding and rim protection. And I'm sure they'll throw him the occasional lob. I don't expect him to return to his once great form or anything like that. I mean, let's be honest, that ship has sailed. But I think taking a flyer on him is genius for Steve Kerr, because as of right now, they're the only team in the NBA without a 7-footer. And that stat might be made up, but you get the point. I think Dwight would be so excited to play for a contender and have a chance to get some revenge against the Lakers that you would get the absolute most dog version of him that's possible at age 37. I think he would put his body on the line every night, appreciating being back in the NBA and having a real shot to win a title and to cement his legacy as a player that got snubbed, completely snubbed, out of the NBA top 100 list. Tell me what you guys think, though. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time.